Alright guys, Vlogmas day 21. Let's go. Definitely cold out here. We got some errands to run so we can get all the supplies we need for our intake manifold rebuild, which you guys will see here shortly. But let's go ahead and start off with a cold start. All right guys, definitely snowy out still. Here we go. This bad boy up. It is freezing. Anyways, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel ANDERZÉN. Like I said, day 21 of Vlogmas. Absolutely crazy. I can't believe we've gotten this far. We got 5 more days left, including today. Today's, like I said, we're going to be doing the intake manifold rebuild, and I also included the fuel injectors and the fuel rail and how to do all that stuff. So I hope you guys enjoy it. It'll be kind of a detailed look at all of those steps. It's probably going to be a 2-part video, so we'll do kind of the breakdown and some of the cleaning of the intake manifold today, and then the actual like resealing and cleaning the internals and all that stuff will probably be on tomorrow's video, so I can record it tonight and have it ready. Right now we're running the Costco and Home Depot so I can pick up a bunch of supplies for cleaning and painting the intake manifold and all the different stuff, and I'll walk you guys through what we get and what I'm planning to do. We're out with this thing, you already know where to find me. It's $3.89 right now though, not bad. Quick fill up and be on our way. Alright guys, first trip is done. Costco strikes again. Now to Home Depot. Alright guys, next stop, hopefully final one today. Get the supplies we need. Actually, we gotta make one more stop after this, but yeah, I'm gonna grab everything we need here, show you guys what we get afterwards. Alright guys, it's time to get started on breaking down the injectors and the fuel rail, and we'll get to the intake manifold shortly too. But the injectors I just start with. It's a simple process. Basic steps I'm going to go over. Cleaning everything before I start pulling everything apart. Once I get it, mostly clean, I'm going to go ahead and then pull the retaining clips off of these. Pull them out of the rail. Most times the rail side O-rings are going to be perfectly fine. I'll replace mine just because I have them. But as you guys can see and saw in the last video, if you guys watched it, our pencil caps are absolutely destroyed. So I will throw the new ones onto those and the new O-rings. I got Viton O-rings and fresh Wash 3 style pencil caps. Show you guys here. These are all from theinjectorshop.com. He's local to me, so big shout out again. Great deals, and I bought a bulk pack, so in case I ever need to do this again, I'll have plenty. So yeah, you only need 16 O-rings and 8 pencil caps, but yeah, got bulk. So Pillow caps, I don't know if I already said it, Bosch style 3. There's 2 different Bosch style 3. So you want the flat one. The other one has like a little bit of a ridge at the end of it. I'm pretty sure both of them would work, to be honest, because the seating size is probably the same, but you know, I just went with the one that I know is factory, which is flat, as you can see here. And yeah, like I said, these are absolutely destroyed. Most of these are not gonna come off easily, so I'm just gonna end up snipping them with a little pair of pincer pliers. But yeah, I'll just put you guys down on the ground, time lapse it, and let you guys see me kind of clean this, take it apart. Alright guys, so now that I got those kind of just initially wiped down, I'm going to start pulling the little pull tabs, and honestly, you can just do these by hand. I mean, you can use a screwdriver if you want to, but pretty easy to just pull off. Once you do that, wiggle back and forth on the injector. Probably going to be pretty stuck. And there you go. So like I said, most times the O-ring on the top is going to be perfectly fine, but again, I'll just replace them since I have them out. So there is one cleaned injector. It's not perfect, but comparing it to how the other ones start, much better shape with a nice clean surface for the O-ring to sit and the new pencil caps. Alright guys, so I'm gonna get all of these cleaned up. There's only one done right now. All of them cleaned up. After that, I'm gonna wash my hands very thoroughly, and then I will place the O-rings on and seat them into their housing. Once I'm done with this, I'm basically going to put this away, keep it really clean, so that when I'm done with the intake manifold, I can seat it in there no problem. You want to use either dielectric grease or just engine oil to seat the O-rings. I just use engine oil. So once we get them all cleaned up, we will grab that and do that next step. But you guys saw how I cleaned that one. Same step for all the rest of them. Remove the old O-rings and pintle caps, and then once we get them all cleaned up, install the new O-rings, oil them up, and install them back into the rail. Alright guys, I am back. We have all of the injectors cleaned and old O-rings and pintle caps removed. So now I'm going to be in the process of installing the new O-rings, which I'll show you guys. Basically just slip them on like so, nothing too special. And I'll do the same for the other side. Just like so. This side I will oil, and that will be installed in there, but I need to get the pintle cap on first. Let me show you how to do that. Alright, the pintle caps are not directional, so they can go either way. And to install them, you kind of just have to press firmly. So you want to try to get it started. And it's basically just you heard the little snap. You can tell it's seated, sitting all the way flush, and pretty much good to go now. So, gotta repeat that process for all of these. Then I'll show you guys once I'm oiling up and installing to the fuel rail. Okay guys, all of them are done, installed with the O-rings and the pintle caps. Let's go ahead and place oil on here and get it seated into our fuel rail. Let's see if you guys can see that. Yes, you can. Alright. You can use absolutely any engine oil. I just have this on hand, so I'm going to be using the VR1 10W30. I believe I used this same stuff when I did the M155. So I'm just going to put it in the cap. You don't need much at all. So I'll put it in the cap and I'll basically just dip this onto here and wipe it around like so, and then simply just twist this back and forth until you get it to seat. And these are going to face away from where the clip goes, so you can tell by looking at the little tab that is what sits up against here and allows the clip to squeeze onto. Alright guys, so correcting a mistake real quick. I was doing this by accident, but this clip, you actually have to sit the O-ring up a tiny bit, and that allows basically the groove of this to slide into this seat. You can see that line right there. So I had them placed all the way in and it wasn't allowing it to sit in there, so need to pull them up a tiny bit. Basically just allow for it to catch into that groove. There we go. And you'll feel it click and you've got it dialed in. Okay guys, they're all seated. Alright, this part of the job is pretty much all done. Next thing you guys are going to see is me starting to break down the intake manifold. Alright guys, welcome to the next part of the video. We are going to start the cleaning process and the breakdown process of the intake manifold here. But I wanted to show you guys, the typical M112, M113 intake manifold and what it's going to look like nowadays, especially if your car is, an older model, close to the beginning of these. This is kind of mid-run 2005. Yep. But typical things you're going to see when you pull these. Number one, if we go around all of the sealing surfaces, there's definitely signs of leaking. You can see kind of the brown spots where you can see the oil vapors have been basically creeping through the seal. And I guarantee you when I undo all the bolts for this, it's not going to take much force at all to wedge this apart. It's probably going to be no force at all really, because the silicone is just degraded enough that it's not really doing much anymore. Other things to look out for, which I'm going to have to repair on this one. You can see right here, at some point, this could either be caused by moisture, or, that's most likely the cause, but there is some cracking on the interior of this, and right here as well. Luckily, those seem to be the only parts that have any cracking on them. So I will sand those down a little bit and do an epoxy repair. So the other key thing on these manifolds to replace, I mean, this thing is like gum at this point. It's literally almost closed. I don't even think this was working, to be honest. Oh, maybe it was. Well, still had some pressure built up, but it wasn't going to last much longer if it just broke that easy. I found that probably sometime last year, and this is when I did that repair to patch the upper part of it. I don't know, if you get lucky, you can try to patch it right here and hope for the best, but eventually it's going to fail, and it's better off to just use the replacement hose like I'll show you guys in this video. But this did the job for a little while, but this hose is absolutely petrified. You guys saw I went to Home Depot earlier, so I will show you guys what we got and what I'm going to be using to help me clean, rebuild, prep, and paint. Alright guys, finally got back from the store. I'm going to show you guys everything I got. And I'm going to go in the order of the things that I'm going to use basically, because otherwise it's just going to be all scattered. So, okay, so step number one, you guys may be wondering what the heck a gas jug. Diesel fuel. I've watched so many recent videos of like parts cleaning and engine cleaning and all kinds of stuff. And diesel fuel is very, very, very effective. It's relatively safe. Has a high flash point, dissolves very quickly or evaporates very quickly, and it's just overall a clean thing to use. It's like not that harmful, it's safe for metal parts, so it's just a good option, and it's way cheaper compared to like typical cleaning products that you'll find for degreasers and stuff like that. So I got, I don't know, probably 2.5 gallons here for, I think it was $5.79 a gallon, so kind of expensive, but still way cheaper than the other stuff you would get if you got this same amount. Next thing, after we're going over the diesel, before we're prepping for paint, we're going to wipe everything down with acetone. Obviously, I'm buying kind of like bulk supplies because we're not going to use all of this on just intake manifold, but I'll be able to keep it around to use for other projects in the future. So that'll be before I'm prepping for paint. I'll probably give it, a couple wipe downs of acetone after it's nice and clean from the diesel. Okay. If I'm not able to get like stubborn parts or whatever, I picked this up just because it's a great deal. Find this at like Ace, and they actually sell it cheaper than the small bottles of like brake clean and stuff like that. So it's a pretty good deal. It's like $7 for the big can. So that'll be for any like stubborn parts or small parts that I just want to blast off real quick. Bought a bottle just to hold the stuff. I want to spray the diesel out of the bottle instead of keep it in a cup or jar or something like that. From there, masking tape and painter's tape. I picked this up from the dollar store. Save yourself some money. Exact same stuff as at Home Depot for like almost $6-7 a roll. These are literally $1 a piece. Scrubbing bushes also for cleaning. Got gloves to protect my hands. Paint brushes, all from the dollar store. Again, at Home Depot, the 3-pack of like these brushes was like $12. These are all $1 each. They also had Brillo pads at the dollar store. I should have just got them there, but I got them at Home Depot for like $5 for a pack. Foam brushes, also from the dollar store. That'll be for painting if I don't want to use the regular brushes. And now what am I going to be painting with? This is a recommendation from Uncle Tony's Garage on YouTube, and watching him for a long time. He's like old school muscle car guy. But he recommends for engine painting, any type of engine components, starting off with a rusty metal primer. He talked about this stuff in length, but basically he's been using it forever. He doesn't know exactly what's in it, but he just said it works really, really well and holds up for a long time and gives you a good base for the next step, which is paint. And in our case, we're gonna go with just an aluminum color. Should be pretty close to what it looks like now, but just a nice, fresh, clean version. And there's so much of this that's in here that I will be able to do a lot of projects for the cars with this. I'm gonna do all the valve covers. I'm gonna have to do the M163 intake manifold soon and the E420 intake manifold soon, so I'll be coloring.
So yeah.
So yeah. You joining me?
Yeah.
Tell us what we got.
This.
Brush. Yeah. So yeah, I'll be able to use that for a long time on many different projects. So it's a initial investment cost, I guess. all together for all the supplies I got, I think it was around $100, so not bad. Maybe a little more with the diesel fuel, probably like 115 bucks, but not bad at all for stuff I'll be using for quite a while. All right, guys, so that said, all the supplies needed covered. I'm gonna start to give this thing a quick like overall cleaning before I crack it open. Yes? Oh, I need my gloves, huh? Thank you. Thanks, buddy. Nice catch, Dad. All right, so I'm gonna give it a quick overall cleaning, and nothing too crazy because I'm gonna separate and clean very thoroughly, but once I do that, I'll crack it open, let you guys see that, and then we'll see how much more we do in today's video. But the plan was just kind of crack it open, let you guys see that process, and then tomorrow we'll cover like the inside and all that stuff. So let's get it a little bit clean, time lapse you guys, and get on this journey. All right, guys, I'm gonna be working inside of the bucket just so I can retain all the diesel fuel and everything that's gonna drop off of here. So start off with the diesel in a spray bottle. This is high density polyethylene. Most of the plastic bottles that are like this, you know, like professional cleaning bottles, most of them are going to be HDPE. So just make sure though there's a little logo on the bottom that will say HDPE or HDPE, so you know that it's pretty much fuel safe. If I left this in here for a long time, I'm sure the diesel would eat it up, but for what we're doing, it's probably going to be just fine. Got my gloves, going full kitchen mode. And these also kind of help right now because it's freezing. It's like 28 degrees, so let's get to cleaning. So I'm going to start off with just the regular scrubbing brush here, and just give it a nice spray down pretty much. See if I have to adjust this nozzle. More like a spray, not a mist. There we go. All right. Alright guys, I don't even know if the time lapse was going right there, but I'll just record a regular video and speed it up for you guys. But man, this stuff is amazing. I would have scrubbed for freaking an hour last time without making this much damage. Look how clean some of this is already getting. Insane. And I don't have to put a ton of scrubbing into it. You're gonna see it starts to dissolve away. Awesome stuff. Let's keep going. So that's where we're at right now. I'm not gonna get it perfect, but I'm gonna start wiping it down after do the other side, compare real quick. So it's kind of what we started with. Still got to do the back side as well, but we're not gonna go crazy until we get them split apart, but just the overall base cleaning right now. Alright guys, you can already see a gigantic difference compared to where we started, I'm sure. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this thing down just with some paper towels, and then we can start taking it apart. Alright you guys, after a quick wipe down, it's not all the way dry. Like I said, it's about 28 degrees right now. But quick wipe down, and this thing for the first cleaning, first scrub down, is so impressive compared to what I was doing last time. Definitely learned since the last time I did this, and I feel like I have a much better method going on this time. So it's not going to be perfect, like I said. We're just going for that initial cleaning, but without much work, Diesel knocked off a ton of stuff, and still have like a quarter of what I put in there, and literally have up to here in the jug still. So I barely use any of my material, and we are ready to crack this thing open. These are all, let me double check and I'll tell you guys. All of the Allens that hold this in are T30s, or Torx bolts, I guess. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and all on top, no hidden or anything. So I'm gonna get those cracked open, time lapse you guys, and see you once we crack it open. Guys, those are all cracked off, all 10 of them sitting right there. And basically, to wedge this open, you can pretty much just find any spot. I think last time I went, I don't know, somewhere over here, but I guarantee, I'm gonna set you guys right here, guarantee it's not going to take much to get it started. Maybe I just jinxed myself, but see. There we go, guys. Literally, once you get it pried. Yep, and I told you guys, my flaps, these were literally just hanging there. I'm surprised I never heard this rattling inside of here, but there it is, guys. Oh, a tale of two halves. Well, I think that is going to go ahead and conclude today's video, guys. We're going to dive into this fully tomorrow, start taking all these pieces apart on the inside, get this thing spotless, and get it resealed. So, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed day 21. Hope this will be useful for many people, and prove further why it is really important for any M112, any M113 people to do this now if your car is older, which most of them are, and especially if it's got, you know, significant amount of mileage put on it. My C55 is at 160,000 miles, and this thing internally actually doesn't look too bad, but that is also in part for me blocking the EGR off a while ago, but you can still see, I mean, it's filthy. So, and this is supposed to be glued in. This is supposed to be literally, how does this sit? Like this. Supposed to be there. This is not supposed to be free. So yeah, that'll do it, guys. Like I said, hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe, share it, and I'll catch you on day 22. Have a good night, you guys. Peace.